Boom! Welcome to part two of Beginner's Guide to Getting Started in Trading the Right Way. Okay, so in the previous episode, in the part one, I did take you through some of the wonderful steps in trading, which is starting from your opening an account with choosing a broker to understanding the exchanges a little bit. What are the four different analysis types? And getting comfortable with the terminal is very important. A lot of people, when you are just getting started, might not understand this. Then what are the different trading styles, from buy and forget to scalping? Okay, buy and forget is on one end, you have buy and forget, very long term. On the other hand, you have high frequency trading and scalping. Okay, then we also looked at what are the trading instruments that you can actually trade and invest. Then we also looked at simple but not easy. We went in detail in this. So today we are going to look at what are the other things that we need to understand before we take that first trade, or how do we understand this. The first thing you need to understand is the leverage or margin money or exposure. Okay, margin money or leverage or exposure. So one of the fundamental mistake that people do is leverage is not just in trading, not just in money, but you can also take the leverage in terms of technology, in terms of people, in terms of processes, in terms of knowledge, in terms of whatever, right? One of the way I look at leverage is for example, if somebody knows a better strategy than me, I leverage their strategy. What do? I learn from them. Okay, I learn from them and I trade and invest based on, I backtest, I trade, I get comfortable, I trade with smaller money and for 90 days, and then I go ahead and start investing higher amount of money. But let's understand margin money quickly. Okay, so how do you understand margin money, and what is margin money, what is leverage, what is exposure? So if you have heard about something called 3x margin, 2x margin, margins have reduced, margins have increased, intraday margin, extra day is a word that I just created. Okay, so let's say you can buy goods worth, say, let's say that the price is, let me make this much better, just give me a minute. Okay, let's say the price is, say, 100, and the quantity is okay, spelling, yeah, quantity is say 20. So the total money that you require is 20 20,000, right? So that's the total that you need. That's the total money that you need to buy 20 quantity of goods worth 100 rupees. Is this super duper clear? Comment super duper clear. One another thing I want you to have when you are learning stock market or anything related to money, finances, is you need to have very high level of energy. So that's why I start the session with my typical boom, so that you kind of come out of your original shell and start getting into an active learning. Okay, so have very high energy, because everything is energy and energy is everything. So coming back to this particular calculation, we saw that you need total of 20,000 rupees. Let's say a broker, XYZ broker, gives you, say, 2x leverage. Okay, 2x margin money or 2x leverage, whatever. There are so many terminologies around that. So what does that mean? That means that you can buy 20,000 worth goods for just 10,000 rupees. 20,000 goods worth 20,000 rupees for just 10,000 rupees. That is when it is 2x. What if you need 4x margin money? How much money you need to give it to your broker for 4x? Okay, for 4x, is it 5,000? Yeah, if you just have 5,000 rupees, you can buy goods worth 20,000 rupees. Is this super clear now? The margin and all of that stuff. Now let's see, when you buy goods, when you take a 4x margin money, you need 5,000 rupees. So let's say you pay 5,000 rupees, you buy 20 quantity at, say, 100 rupees. Okay, but the price goes down to 90 rupees. Okay, how much money did you lose and total money that you lost? Okay, so you lost 10 rupees and the quantity was 20. Okay, so total loss that you made was 20 into 10. So you lost 200 rupees if my mathematics is right. If it is not right, please feel free to correct that in the comment box. I consider myself as one of the best learner. That's why I'm able to teach this in a much better way. Okay, so I've lost 200. Have I lost 200 on 5,000 or have I lost 200 on 20,000? Let me know in the comment box again. Did I lose 200 rupees on 5,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees? My dear friends, although you have paid only 5,000 rupees to your broker to purchase goods worth 20,000 rupees, your loss is total of 200. Let's do this one more time. Okay, let's do this on the positive side. Let's say you have bought goods worth 20,000 rupees. Okay, but the margin money required is just how much? 4x. At 4x, let me write this very clearly. At 4x, okay, the required margin money is 5,000. This is the required, okay, required margin money. Okay, now at 4x, this is the required margin money. What is your entry price? Entry price is 100. Exit price is 110. Profits made on one quantity is 10 rupees. Profits made on 20 quantity, total profits is 10 into 20. Okay, so let me see. I think I have to add equal to into 20. Okay, now I made 200 rupees profits on 5,000 rupees. So whether you make profits, whether you make losses, while you are taking only, while you are taken 4x leverage, but the actual risk is going to be on 20,000 itself. This is something that many people miss to understand. So if you have understood this, I want you to take your handset. I call this as handset. Take your handset, move it to your keyboard, and type I understood this clearly, because when you type, your understanding goes much better. If you have not understood, you have those scrolling buttons. Okay, I understand you know how to move the buttons up and down, right? So move them up, move them forward, move them backward. Watch this one more time and you will be able to understand, and you can actually give some more examples and I will be able to help you live in the comment box. I'll be able to reply to your comments and tell you whether the calculation that you are making is correct or wrong. Okay, so you can also use something called the margin calculators. Every broker has their own margin calculator. So let me open one of them and show you. If you go to Google and type margin calculator, you will find this. So you can actually do your own margin calculator. For example, you will find say if I want to do futures, you can do your margin calculator here. You can do equity, you can do futures. Okay, anything, whatever you want to do, you can do that here. You will get to know what is the leverage required for 3M India, MIS meaning margin intraday square off, whatever that is, a cover order, and you'll be able to learn all of that stuff once you start going through this. So let's go to the next step in this, and maybe in one more next video I'm going to be making in detail. If you want me to do that, let me know. If you have not understood the margin money in detail, then you need to understand the total costs and break-even points. Let's now look at that from the brokerage calculator. Many of you, if you thought many of us, what we do is we don't include brokerage and costs in our P&L. We are very happy that we made a lot of profits, but if you don't include brokerage and costs in your P&L, then you are only going to work for your broker and not work for yourself. Super important thing, whenever you do your P&L, whenever you do understand how much money you are making or losing, have this component very important. Let's understand, you are buying, let's say you are buying 1,000 quantities and you are selling it also at 1,000. Okay, just for the calculation purpose, and the quantity required is 500 and we are using NSE. Okay, and the turnover, you will be able to see all the charges listed here: total turnover, brokerage, STT total. And do you see what is the number of points that needs to be break even? This does not include something called slippages. I will cover slippages in some other discussion, and then you will see total MTM. Okay, so you need to calculate that. You need to, in your P&L, you need to know that 230 rupees you are going to give it to your broker. Okay, in our childhood days, we used to have something called God's part or whatever. So one part we'll giving it to God. Okay, likewise we have to set aside this money, this much brokerage and costs, for our broker who is helping us in our transactions, buying and selling. Okay, this is a super important part that you need to think of when you are investing or trading in the stock market. Okay, so these are the two calculators that you can understand, and that's how you can actually learn what is the margin requirement. But you can also see this directly from Zerodha terminal. Okay, so any other terminal, if they have this, I think you will be able to see that. Let me show you. For example, I go to say buy, and then I say I want to buy one quantity of Bank Nifty and Nifty. I'll be doing a separate video. Okay, I think it's part of this how do you get started in trading itself. And then if you choose intraday, meaning you will exit within the same day, the margin money for now is this much. If you choose overnight, the margin money required is this much. You will get it immediately right then, right here itself. If you increase the quantity, and then you will get to know how much money you require. So likewise, you can do your calculation right then and there. So it is your nudge. It will tell you that whether how much money is required for your quantity, for your stock, for your current entry price. How many of you did not know about the margin required from the Zerodha itself? Okay, type I did not know, but I understood now in the comment box. Why do I ask you to always comment below? Okay, so that you internalize your learning. Internalize. Okay, from just learning, it has to go into your entire muscle memory. It has to go into your entire muscle memory. Okay, so if you go and ask the experienced trader what's the lot size of Nifty and Bank Nifty, if you wake him up at 3 a.m. and ask him, he will tell you. But if you're a novice, if I ask you, you will not know. Okay, so that's how you actually internalize stuff. All this effort that I'm putting in is to ensure that you learn, and it becomes very easy for you to implement. Okay, implement. So brokerage and costs and leverage and exposure is something that I want you to learn, practice, and become very, 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 very comfortable, and thank me later after you are very, very comfortable. So investing or trading, one of the classic sandwich technique. If you are married man, you understand what I'm talking about. Oh, no. Okay, I'm talking about a different sandwich. The sandwich between your mom and wife. Okay, your sandwich between your mom and life, your sandwich between investing and trading, your sandwich between savings and spendings. Okay, so this is a classical problem that you need to solve. But just if I can help you with your investing and trading, you need to learn both of them in detail, or you can just start with investing to begin with and then eventually move on to trading. So for the basic hygiene, I will keep it to the part 3 of this particular series of getting started the right way in your trading and investing journey, because the basic hygiene is super duper important. I know many people, without having this wealth protection plan or the basic hygiene in place, if you invest or trade in other ways, the stock market is poised against us with our emotional game, with our no knowledge game. But in case if you don't have even the basic hygiene right, the challenge is going to be much higher. So I will be doing a separate video, and where you will understand the basic hygiene that you need to be really taking care of, what kind of money that you should be investing in, what are the basic hygiene that you should be ensuring that you have before you even trade and invest. What was your one aha moment from this video? I want to know in the comment box. If you learned something, if you have watched this video, if you have learned something, let me know in the comment box what was your one key takeaway from this video. Till my next video, take care of yourself and your investments and your family, and commit to yourself creating massive passive wealth, and I will be your enabler, your catalyst to do that on your journey. Till my next video, bye bye.